And backers of Senator Raphael Warnock are now suing Georgia. They're suing because they're trying to force the state to allow early voting in the weekend before the U.S. Senate runoff. But
the state says the Thanksgiving holiday makes that illegal. Senator Warnock faces Republican Herschel Walker in the December runoff. Doug Richards is live for us this evening in Kirkwood with more.
Yeah, this is a dispute really over just one day of early voting, but in a U.S. Senate runoff that is sure to be razor close and that's likely to have fewer voters turning out for this runoff than turned out for the election last week. Advocates say this is a battle that's worth fighting.
Election Day on December 6th is right in the middle of our finals.
Georgia Tech student Mark Putman told Fulton County's election board today that weekend early voting will be essential in the U.S. Senate runoff.
Make sure that we have early voting on Sunday, on the weekend, when people do not have a job and are able to take that time off to go vote.
But weekend voting in the runoff won't be possible, says the Secretary of State's office, because of a quirk in the state law. Counties will have the option of holding early voting Tuesday and Wednesday, November 22nd and 23rd. They can't on the federal holiday of Thanksgiving, nor the state holiday, once known as Robert E. Lee's birthday, but now an unnamed holiday, the day after. The Secretary of State says state law doesn't allow early voting within 3 days of a holiday, eliminating the Saturday or Sunday after Thanksgiving. Nobody disputes early voting is allowed the following weekdays, but the law has always cut off early voting the Friday before an election. That means no weekend voting for the runoff, a decision denounced by Democrat Raphael Warnock, who faces Republican Herschel Walker.
Now we've got 3 weeks left, and they're saying no Saturday voting. I think it's a disservice to the people of Georgia.
Backers of Warnock have sued the state to allow weekend voting after Thanksgiving, saying the state has overinterpreted an ambiguous state law.
Saturday voting is a lifeline for working parents and working people in general. I mean, when you're punching a clock and you're working from 9 to 5, 9 to 5 is the hours of early voting during the week. And so you're not able to make it.
So I have read the statute that they're talking about, and it does certainly distinguish between primary elections, elections like the one we had last week, and runoff elections. And there is language in there that outlaws weekend voting within 3 days of a holiday. What's unclear, or apparently unclear, is whether that is applicable specifically to a runoff, something perhaps a judge will decide. Live in Northeast Atlanta, Doug Richards, 11 Alive News.